Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In the last class, we have completed the 13th chapter, including the revision of the entire bird eye view. Now, today we are going to commence the 14th chapter, which is titled as the Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogam. So, before entering into the chapter, let us have some Simhavalokanam. In this chapter, Bhagavan only continuing his talk. So, what is the need and why he is continuously again talking? By end of the 13th chapter, in fact, the teaching is over. But still, I am going to tell you again, because he used that word, we must know that already teaching is over, but I am interested to tell you once again about the same truth. Being it is about the truth, you need to listen repeatedly number of times without getting bored. So Bhagavan wants to teach again, so he commences the discourse. The crux of the 13th chapter, if you want to say in a simple words, of course, 5 sentences at least, which I already mentioned in the previous classes. I am the eternal, all-pervading consciousness. I am the only source of the peace, happiness and security. With my mere presence, I lend the consciousness to this body-mind complex, through that as well as to the world. Whatever happens in this body-mind complex, Anatma, and the world, Anatma, it doesn't affect me. If I forget this, my life becomes a struggle. If I remember this, my life will become a sport. This is the essence, even to say all the 13 chapters. Then why you are teaching so many days? You can tell always like this, some capsules like nutshell. Because you heard a lot, now you are able to understand these words. Otherwise not. So, elaborated study is always required. Now, if I declare and I say like this I can call it as a Vedantic meditation or Nididhyasanam. If I declare and understand, and like this I come to this stage, then what exactly I am doing, what is happening, is only simply a statement. In fact, me, the eternal consciousness, Kshetrajna, pushing away the body-mind complex anatma into the samashti anatma. If I don't know this, generally what I am doing before, because of the ahankara and mamakara, I am keeping this anatma, body-mind complex, and possessing it. Because of ahankara, mamakara. Therefore, body-mind complex I am pushing into the world anatma. By doing like that, what is the advantage? Pushing the body-mind complex anatma into the total world anatma means I am handovering this body-mind complex anatma to the Vishwarupa Ishvara. Vishwarupa Ishvara. Because the outside, the entire world, Namarupa Prapancha also is a anatma. But that is total. In fact, I trespassed and taken from the Vishwarupa Ishvara's property and claiming that this is mine. Not only this, the things belongs to this body mind, the possessions and the relations belongs to this body and mind. I am possessing. Why I am doing that? Because of ahankara and mamakara. It is a big crime when you trespass and occupy some other's boundary property. It is a crime. Therefore, I will cry. Because I have done a crime. Naturally, I have to cry. So, thus crying is not exactly maybe crying like a child, but sometimes that also will happen. Complaining is called crying. Hating is called crying. Likes, dislikes are crime. Possession is crime. Controllership is crime. So rather, I have the feeling of controllership. Last class in the summary, I am just connecting the entire topic from there to this. What next step? Why this 14th chapter? Instead of controllership, now I am doing instead of being as a possession or controller, now I am doing this as a contributor. Contribution. Not only my body-mind complex anatma, all my family members, all my possessions, everything belongs to the Vishwarupa Ishvara. Then, what benefit I will get? One stone, two mangoes. I don't like to use one shot, two birds. Why to kill the birds? One stone, two mangoes, twofold benefit I will get if I do this. One is I will start enjoy the Vishwarupa Ishvara. Why you are not able to see the world and appreciate and enjoy and accept? Because of ahankara, mamakara, and I keep possession of something with me. Just for the sake of the word, tan man dhan kuch tera, today. And tomorrow again, Om Jaya Jagadish Hare Tan Man Dhan Kuch Tera. What is this? Yesterday you told everything is belongs to you. How you can say again today? But the Lord doesn't mind. Okay, my innocent devotee. Lord may think that I am become old, so I may I forget and I have not memory. That's why the devotee is reminding me. See the tragedy. So one benefit, we will enjoy. Enjoy means what, sir? By keeping ahankara, mamakara, body, mind, possession and all, I'm enjoying my life. Many times, many people will think in that way. We don't deny that they're having some kind of pleasures, enjoyment. Like that only we are all enter into the grahastha ashrama and lived for last 40, 50 years. Why unnecessarily now telling this? You are not really enjoying. If you are really enjoying the world or your body, mind, these things, you never complain. You never become miserable. Then what mistake you are doing? You didn't understand the Vishwarupa Ishvara, his way of controlling and running this universe. See this point. Vishwarupa Ishvara, he is very meticulously, balancedly running this universe, everything balanced. Heat, cold is balanced. Population is balanced. Sukha dukkha are both are there. Both. But they were both balancedly. The entire cosmos. So in Ishvara's creation, there is nothing to you to complain about. If you have complaint means that problem is within you. When you learn to live without complaints, or to say ragadvesha, you see the joy, really the life is that. But we are buffeted by all the pairs which we don't want one to become a dominate, one by we want which we like. It doesn't happen because Ishvara's Vishwarupa, Sarvam equal. For him, everything is equal. I have kept the day also, I have kept the night also. Sukham also, Dukkham also. Birth also, death also. Coming, going. Everything balancedly is running. Now, when you think against to him, you bound to suffer. So, one advantage now, I can really enjoy the Ishvara, Vishwarupa Ishvara. It's a great benefit. At the same time, I will enjoy Nirguna Nirakara Aham Brahmasmi, my essential nature also. Before what happened? I lost both. Whether I don't know what is Brahman, my real nature, Nirguna, Nirakar, all that. But I am constantly fighting with the world, fighting with my own mind, and constantly demanding. See what a drastic difference. Two benefits. Now, in order to get these two benefits and to apply this type of lifestyle, understanding, you need to offer this body-mind complex to the body, I said. But this body and mind complex are like again two raw mango fruits. Again, same example I am giving, but differently. Two raw mango fruits. Raw mango you cannot eat, and raw mango will hold on and stick to that branch very strongly. But when it ripens, it will fall automatically. It will fall automatically. Same way, if you want to offer, you won't offer the raw fruit to the God. Thank God. Yeah? We never offer. Very good, tasty, juicy, nice fruits. So same way, when you want to offer this body-mind complex two fruits to the Lord, they should be well ripened. Not that God hate it or He will throw away. The secret behind is this. First of all, you cannot offer. Like the fruit won't come to your hand. By force you pluck it, that is different thing. But it won't be natural. Nowadays you see most of the fruits are not at all tasty. Previously I used to have one or two choices, but those two choices are also taken. I am wondering why this like greedy. Human being is greedy. Consumerism is more. Therefore, demand is more. Fraud also is more. So offering these two, after ripen only you can offer. Now what do you mean by ripening of the body and mind? Filling this body and mind with sattva guna. Basically, three gunas are everywhere in any anatma, everywhere they were there. Anatma itself means the trigunatmika, maya. So, these two things should be filled with, endowed with the sattva guna sampannaha. Then only you can offer it. They were ripened. Then the next question comes, how to fill this body-mind complex with the sattva guna? Whether these gunas are possible to change like that by ourselves, they belong to the Prakriti, they belong to the Maya. These questions will come. Now, keeping this background in the mind, yes, what are these gunas first of all? How they function? What guna is predominant in you? Unless otherwise you know that I am now dominated, filled with this particular guna, you cannot offer this body-mind complex with this tamoguna and rajoguna. Tamoguna, rajoguna itself is both combined together, ahankara, mamakara. Therefore, it is necessary to know, even though they belongs to the anatma, I know that I am the atma, but learn properly, understand properly. Have you really done this offering of your body-mind complex to the Vishwarupa Ishvara? If you simply say like that singing song, there won't be any use. Really you must do it. That also, it is all mental, doing mentally only. Outside you are not going to do anything. Possession is where? In the mind. When possessing nature is gone from the mind, gradually you will get parama uparati. Parama uparati. That means also you never get stuck up. You never get pulled by. You never get affected by any of this possession, whether it is there or not. That is called Parama Uparati. That is called Parama Vairagya also. That has to come. Then only actually, now we know one side, what is the total discussion? Atma, Anatma. Prakriti, Purusha, Kshetram, Kshetrajna, matter and spirit. These are the words we saw there. Now, why this process and this kind of, you told already that I am the eternal conscious all pervading. Okay, I told, you heard, but have you established in that? You are able to separate and give up this body-mind complex, abhimana and mamakara, all this? Really? Then it is okay, your job is over. But it is not that much easy. Therefore, I have to talk to you once again about this Atma Anatma too, because they were very much interwoven and they are together always. After death, I don't know whether they are together or not. Don't talk about the after death and all that. Now I want to work out. Now I want to sort out the problem as quickly as possible. Therefore, I have to analyze, work on it. So therefore, you do once again, even though they were interwoven, mixed very closely and looks like strongly. That is the problem. That's why many, even we know now. I told I am eternally Atma all pervading. But the abhimana about the body is not going. So therefore, you have to work from the other side also. Other side means from the anatma side also. Even though they are the belongs to gunas, know about it clearly. And see that how you can endowed with the sattva guna. And then this chapter name Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogam, generally written everywhere that is, but you can say Gunatraya Vibhaga, Gunatita Vibhaga, Gunatita Purusha. Vibhaga means again knowing Is it possible to go beyond these gunas? Two topics. Generally talking about gunas, prakriti, srishti, all this. But now question will remain that if this anatma and atma are very strongly living together, stuck together, is it possible? So all these questions should be answered. Why? Because in the 13th chapter, Bhagavan himself told in the 21st shloka, Purusha prakrutisto hi bhungte prakritijan gunan karanam gunasangosya sadasadyoni janmasu. Being this kshetrajna interwoven and living along with this prakriti, he also undergoes and enjoys all the effects of the three gunas, and that becomes the karanam. This guna sangha asya karanam, to born again in the good and bad and lower and higher yonis. That means you can't do anything for it. The doubt will come. Not only that, in the 26th shloka, he said, Kshetra kshetragna yogat yavat sanjayate kinchit Sattvam sthavara jangamam kshetra kshetragnayor yogat tadvidhi bharatash. All this here manifestation, creation of the movable, immovable, are plants and the animals, all created, appears, exist because of the combination of these two. They come together, kshetra kshetragna. Oh, they were permanently like that then. They are two, they were coming together because of that. So still two are there. Then how to do? How to stop this? If they are the cause for the creation of everything, then you can't stop it. You cannot escape. Then why you talk about the moksha and all that? This question also may come. Therefore, the 14th chapter. Now here, Shankaracharya writes a small avatarika. I will take one or two points from that also. Actually keeping all this in the mind only, but we elaborated little more in a different angle of one stone, two mangoes. Shankara writes, Sarvam utpadyamanam kshetra kshetragna samyogat. That is only what I read. So he is reminding that. We heard in 13th chapter, 26th shloka, iti muktam, it is said. That means what? Tat katham. And to demonstrate that, tat pradarshanardham param bhuyaha ityadi. Now this chapter starts with param bhuya pravakshami. To explain that, to clarify that, this teaching now. Not only that, maybe other reason like this. Ishvara paratantrayoho kshetra kshetragnayoho. This Ishvara kshetra kshetragna or Ishvara Paratantraha. They were under the control of the Ishvara. Here some doubt may come, let it be. But Shankara, why it is he is telling? Under the control, Paratantra, Ishvara Paratantra Yoga, Kshetra Kshetragni Yoga, Jagat Karanatvam. That means Kshetragna never get affected, that is okay. But Bhagavan himself told that Kshetra Kshetragni Yoga Samyogat. Now, who is important in this? Who dominates whom? Both always will be there. If always both are there, all the effects and sufferings and problems of the Prakriti should come to the Kshetragna, Purusha also. But Shastra Vedanta says, no, it need not to come. Purusha is always himself unattached only. But for you to understand now, because we are talking about the gunas, prakriti, srishti, your body, mind, all that, because you know that only. You never done so far. Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma, that Vedantic, you have not come to that stage. You never tasted that. In order to take you to that, I need to tell here all this. Okay? In that way, let us think. Kshetra Kshetragneyo, they won't just work like that, but under the Ishvara Paratantrayoho. But what Sankhya people say, Natu Sankhyanam Iva. What Sankhya people say, they both are independent. They have both are Swatantrayoho. Therefore, here we are not taking the Sankhya's understanding. Okay, they both are independent. According to them, they both are independent two entities. So, like this Shankara mentions here. Now, this I remind you, another 21st shloka. Prakritis tattvam guneshu cha sangaha samsara karanam ituktam. Because of association with the Prakriti, the samsara karanam. Prakritistham gun. The gunas which are there in the Prakriti, they becomes the first of all Sangam. The gunas and Prakriti and Purusha also associated working with that Sangam becomes the samsara karanam. This is also told in the 21st shloka. Now, when that word is used, guna, Bhagavan, there in the 21st shloka, then here these all questions should be answered. Kasmin gune kadam sangaha? In which guna this attachment sangam? And in which guna, in what way this attachment happens? And how many gunas are there? Keva gunaha? And what way they are really binding? Then if they are binding really, then how is it possible of liberation? Then what is the need of trying for the Jivan Mukti, this Mukti, that Mukti? Therefore, to answer all these questions, here Muktasya Lakshanam Vaktavyam. Now, Krishna has to tell what is the Mukti. nature of the mukti or muktasya lakshanam. For this purpose, 14th chapter. So now clear picture, the connection. Now let us enter into the first shloka. अथश्चतुर्थोऽध्यायः अथश्चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः अथ श्रीभगवानुवाच परं भूयः प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञानानां ज्ञानमुत्तमम् यज्ञात्वा मुनयः सर्वे परां सिद्धिमितो गताः सिद्धिम् अतः सिद्धिमितः. It is mitah or matah? Mito gataha. Siddhi mito. The blessed Lord telling. Bhagavan ne bola. Swami jokes. Even the Shankara Bhashya, Gita Press book, Hindi translation, they will write like that. Now, whenever this particular word comes, Shri Bhagavanu Vacha, that one word is enough. Really, if you are having a devotion, reverence, respect, liking, belief, then there is no possibility of getting any doubt. About any doubt means how comes our doubts will come now. Now Shankara, see how many question marks he put. Not that kind of doubts. Whether this study of Bhagavad Gita, this spiritual, all this Vedanta, is it really helps me? For many people, I am not talking about you, many years they go listen, attend this, that, when they want, now and then, in between, as their whims and fancies. Many think generally it is okay for them, for the pravachanakarar, that the babas or sannyasis. It is not practically possible in the life. Therefore, they don't like to change themselves. Actually, after listening many years only, the one day will come, turning point, the person starts, he decides, start to change himself. To happen that itself a big task. You understand then why constant long run teaching and learning is required? Because the ignorance and because the ahankara and mamakara are very strong. Never take it for granted even after you listen for 10-15 years, unless you are a very, very pakka. Pakka of what? I am very pakka to keep ahankara, mamakara. I don't want to give it up. I don't want to get any hurt on my ahankara and mamakara. That's why the surrender is very, very essential. Today also we started, I must surrender my body-mind complex, ahankara, mamakara, to the Vishwarupa Ishvara. Without doing that, you may do any amount of the bhakti, you may sing any amount of songs, You may read any amount of the books, Parayanams, they won't help. Really, they won't help. Very little they will help. Instead of you become much more extroverted, they will stop and because you are spending some time in them. But the real change and the real journey, the real benefit comes when the person decides to change himself. Then afterwards, everything will fall on a right place, one by one, one by one, one by one. He is not hurry. He is not worrying. He knows now I am bound to reach the destination. So he puts the maximum his efforts with utmost sincerity and seriousness also, I can say. Okay, now let us see the why I have spoken now 5 minutes about Shri Bhagavanu Vacha. After that, can I ask any question? Can I have any doubt about this teaching? Because of my ignorance, my ahankara, all this, still I am not able to pray, tell to Lord, oh Lord, why still my mind is running behind so many things and thinking that there is something, I have to listen that also, I have to do that also. Why? Bhagavan Sri Krishna Sakshat Ishvara came in the form and teaching. This is not enough for you? For many people, they think that only listening to Bhagavad Gita sincerely, properly, what is going to happen? Because not understood properly, that's it. It takes time. Now here, Bhagavan says, the words which he uses here, param, bhuyah, gnanam uttam. This param bhuyah word, he already used in the 10th chapter beginning also. 10th chapter beginning also. Because that's why repetition. Bhuyaha means again I am going to teach you, tell about that to you. Bhuya eva mahabaho shrunu me paramam vachaha. Bhuya, param, words. Yatteham priyamanaya vakshami hitakamyaya. There he said vakshami, but here he says pravakshami. I will see that within 27 shlokas. You have to understand. You see now what a great big task to the Lord. He has to cover that such a tough subject of the gunas and the characters, how they function and what is the intricacies and everything. That is Lord. Prakarshena Vakshami, not so elaboratedly, but elaboratedly only in a sutra form. If you tap that one shloka, that reveals the so much. Otherwise, how it becomes Pravakshami, Prakarshena Vakshami? I am going to teach a law so much time. No. Even I speak to you 27 shlokas within this short time. But if you are a really a Uttam Adhikari, proper recipient, you will understand. So you know now why to listen Bhagavad Gita twice, thrice. Or Vedanta continuously, because we cannot listen again and again same. You can listen also, but just variety sake we take up Vedanta, different texts and all that. But whatever you listen, wherever, it should be systematic. It should be from one Stotriya Brahmanishta, at least for certain length of time. First you have to complete one set of course, few prakarana. You have to listen from one. Then only that thought development. Same thing only other masters also will speak. But slow systematic teaching is necessary. After that you hear any other thing also, it won't give any confusion to you. But if you are listening to different words and the combinations and going very fast or like that, I won't say it won't give benefit, but that is not the actual real way of studying Vedanta. Okay, anyhow, by God's grace, we are doing that here. We have reached almost to the third station of this journey, isn't it? I feel like that. So, Param Bhuya words are there used. Now, Pravakshami Param Uttamam Gnanam Gnananam. You make that all one sentence. Paramam itself is highest, noblest. That itself is okay. But still, Uttamam. Uttamam. Which is really need for you. Gnanam. Uttamam Gnanam. Out of all the Gnanams, you don't take this Gnanam means any learning now about anything also in this world is called Gnanam. Shankara writes, let me remind you, because in the previous chapter under the heading of the Gnanam, Bhagavan talked Amanitvam, Madam Vitvam. That is not here. Here Gnanam means now, after this much long journey, now you have taken up, we heard everything. Now only the real work is starting. 14th chapter, 15th chapter. Shravana Manana, you are entered into the, already came onto the highway of the Gnana Marga. But here you have to work now. That's why this body-mind fruit becomes ripen and offering. That all, if you want happen, now you have to understand in this way also and work on it. Gunas, reduce all that. A person with the tamo, rajo guna cannot do any, even bhakti cannot do properly. Then what to say about the gnanam? Therefore, uttamam gnanam, out of all the gnanams, knowledge, how many knowledges are there? We have seen somewhere in every text in Guru Gita, everywhere, right away striken off everything. In Uddhava Gita, including all the Ashtasiddhi, throw them in the dustbin. Now in Mahabharata, It's a very long process. So many we are going to listen about, so many characters, and of course the real high Bhagavad Gita is from Mahabharata only. Through Bhishma, how many things are told to Yudhishthira. And in that finally again, the Moksha Dharma Shastram, Moksha Dharma Parvam also will come there. Before that, he has spoken 101 dharmas exhaustively. Very unique character, Bhishma, and what we have to derive if a Vedantic student listens to that. Very easily we can understand, because then and there I am keep on telling that what you will learn from this episode, this incident, how he finally completely surrenders. He surrendered actually in the very beginning itself. Surrendered means, okay, now I don't want to say all that. You listen to it, because I am thinking and I am taking Mahabharata in a different way. What Lord wants to speak me from within. What I want to say, why Bhagavan is calling like that? What is that so great? Dharmartha kama moksha purushartha. That is the topmost, highest. That you will get. What about these things? These things, dharma won't give you fulfillment. Artha can't give. Kama, no need to say. But dharma helps you, give the foundation, prepares you, then you have to come surrender to the path of moksha. That's why the last 18th chapter is called Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. Therefore, we won't read Bhagavad Gita and listen that much interestingly, because I want now admission to my grandson. Who wants moksha? I want to go and sit for my babysitting of all that. So like this you keep on postpone, 60, 70 all will come, and then finally lot of disease will come and sit in you. Then you will just go punarapi jananam. But Arjuna, what I am going to tell, there is no coming back again. There is no caught up in the again world of plurality, Maya and all that. Not only later after death, but now itself, here, now, Jivan Mukti. Both Bhagavan is telling in this one sloka. So, Uttamam Gnanam, here the highlighted point is that Shankara writes one line here. He reminds that don't take that previous chapter Gnanam. No, that is not. Then what? Yajnadi Gneya Vastu Vishyanam iti. Also, not Yajnam, Yagam, they are all very much praised and told. This day, that day, all, so many things. No, that is also not Uttamam Gnanam. Yajnadi. Through Yajna, what I have to get and know, not that. They all not help you for moksha. Tani na mokshaya. Because here iti mokshaya parama uttama shabdakyam stauti. To praise and say the glory of this moksha, Bhagavan used this word uttamam, paramam. And by telling like that, listen, in that shop, a lot of discount they are giving. They are very cheap and good also. Immediately you will show interest now. You buy one spec, they are giving two. Anything, interest will come in you. By saying paramam uttamam gnananam ati uttamam shrotru buddhi ruchi utpadanardham. Shankara, to create the taste and interest in the listener's heart. That's why always the praise, Phalashruti either told in the end or beginning, but in Vedanta, in between, the Phalashruti gives. This is you are going to get, my dear. Are you interested? Like that, Gnanam Uttam. Then I will tell you really what is happening. Yats Gnatva, by knowing which, Munayaha. Who are they, sir? Oh, it is about the Munis, saffron clothes people with a lot different makeup and who are all sincerely listening, adhere to this topic and the knowledge, respectively receiving. They are called all Munayaha. We are all Munayaha. Maunat Muni, Mananat Muni. We need not to be Maunam. Try maximum where it's not necessary, don't speak, but do Mananam. See, people engage their mind differently because they want to forget the difficult work, hard office, cash counting, accounts, on that. Like that, many are not interested in all that doing. It is there is boresome and burdensome also. Therefore, we want to browse and surf, tea, many. So we want to engage the mind. Same way here, ultimately, if mind is too much thinking, if it is uncontrollably thinking about anything, about your family matter, about the children or about finance, about anything, then only we will start browsing this and going out and window shopping or walking something, pouring the water to the plants. Or why? Because your mind is becoming a burden to you. It is haunting. So that is there for everybody. But now this seeker, sadhaka, mumukshu, what he will do? What a beautiful thoughts we heard today. Let them be with me all the time. Let me recollect what is that point told. How it is suitable to me. Is it correct? Think on it. This thinking is not going to make you worry or anything. Okay, I could not understand properly. Maybe next time if I listen something, it will become clear. No, I forgot about my children. I forgot about my household problems. And this is the Vedantic student's job. But normally for very general people giving advice is Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama. Somehow, some way, forget about the world. Keep the anatma away and be too near to yourself, Shri Rama. Rama Jai Jai Rama. But that also not working for me. So you need a special treatment. Why? You are strongly holding on to what is going to happen if I don't think about it, if I don't do. Is all your imagination. First of all, Ishwararpitam Nechaya Krutam. Who are you to worry? Who are you? Why? That's why Vishwarupa Ishvara. Nothing to do for that. Whenever you see the world and open everything, this Anatma also is belong to that. I am. Yes, Gnatva Munayaha Sarve Munayaha, without any doubt, or in the past who are all walked in this path, all of them who are walking now also, hereafter anybody whoever walks in this path, they were all called Munayaha. Itaha. Itaha means from this Dehatma Bhava, Ahankara Mamakara, Deha Bandhanat, Itaha, from this, that is only topic now for body mind complex, senses, intellect also together. Everything is Anatma. Itaha, from this bondage of that, they will Param Siddhim Gataha. What is the Param Siddhi? Mokshakhyam. Sarve Param Siddhi means moksham. Liberation while living. Here, Gataha means, oh, they gone. The word is they gone. They go, Gataha, are gone. You can take it as a gone also. Munaya, whoever already came to know this, they are all crossed this and gone. And here also again, Gataha means, oh, they gone there and merged with the Lord. No going business. Shankara writes, Praptaha. Prapta. Wait. Siddha Vastu. Praptam already. Praptasya praptihi. With knowledge, we realize, understand here itself. That's why, let me now, in the midst of my many other commitments with my body, sufferings and all that, they will be there. Even you mentally everything understood and you offered this body, mind complex Anatma is to the Ishvara. After saying also, is disappearing or what? Your suffering won't disappear. What it has to go, that course, it will go in that way. Therefore, now and then, in the day, I attained the moksha without any doubt. If I don't claim now, If I keep on postponing next, Nishwase na Vishwasaha. If the breath goes and no, there is no guarantee that it will come inside again. Constant nididhyasana. Just Yagnavalkya said, you are such a gnani, you know everything and you are telling everything. Now why you want to leave both of them and go to sannyasa? No, I know everything. I want to just be in that. Be in that. That is the gnanam I came, and to make myself firm in that gnana nishta. So that is suitable is the sannyasa. Therefore, unless we keep the things and everything little away, they won't go. That's why I told Parama Uparati, Shamyati, Sukhi Bhava. Everything is meant for that. Okay. Limits are crossed. Anyhow, we had introduction and one shloka. So further how Lord is going to, even in second shloka also Bhagavan little more tells about this glory. Then only he enter into the description of other things. We'll see later. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.